I am deaf.
My deaf? But I'm only 35.
Hello and welcome to a SmurDP video, and today we are looking at X-Men's Archangel in this special unique box all to himself, and it is massive. You can see that you've got Archangel in his classic colors without lots of shiny metallic. He's finally got a deaf head. We'll look at that a little bit closer. Then we have the claw, and then he has two heads, one that is clearly evil and sinister, and one is his good angel head. And I'm really hoping that eventually we get an angel with wings, with the metallic wings and wings as well, so you could put this head with it, because that would be absolutely epic as X-Men comic fans. Right, on the side you have the usual fantastic picture, and that is phenomenal. And on the back you have the promo shot, which is beautiful. And then up here you have a synthesis. So let's get him out of his cage. Okay, so here we have the heads, and we have this very, very nice deaf mask head, which he wore in X Factor when he first became Apocalypse's Herald of Death, or one of his four horsemen, I should probably say. Herald's the wrong word. Then we have the twist head, which kind of reminds me of a morph face, funny enough, from the animated comics. So maybe reading a bit too much into it, but it would be pretty cool if that happened. It's a cool thing to have, but I can't see myself really showing him in this, to be honest with you. But cool. It's, you know, I'm not complaining. I like it when we get extra things, as long as it's the right things. But I guess Adam's Warlock's head, I believe, which this is perhaps based off, was a good start. Now, this head reminds me of, do you remember that show Reboot? That little teen dude, etc. But it's a very nice head sculpt for Warren Worthington, and like I said earlier, I really hope that we get a figure that you can actually use this head for. And then we have the claw, the Build-A-Figure piece to go with Apocalypse. Although I'm not really feeling much movement in the claw. Oh, no, there is movement. It's just me in the claw, because I'm hoping that I can get him in a pose he's holding someone. I'll show that off a bit later on Apocalypse. Okay, so here are the wings. They are the same as the San Diego Comic Con's X-Force Archangel's wings and the Hit Monkey wings, as far as I'm concerned. They've got the kind of metallic shininess. I will show them with both figures so that you can see which one it I hope you can see which one it looks more like. But that's just them in a nutshell. One thing that I would have liked is a few more gimmicks in terms of like the feathers being, you know, you could have like a wing that you can clip on there that's firing feathers or something, you know, just something like that, because he did that quite a bit as far as I remember, especially when he became the X-Force Archangel anyway. Okay, so before I put the wings actually on him, I wanted to show him off by himself, so you can see the front and the back. And oh my goodness, I am so glad that I brought this. The paintwork is so classic to how Archangel looked in the comics and on the animated series as well. I do get a hint that they are giving us figures lately that they are going for the animated fans as well as the hardcore comic fans. And one thing I noticed is the torso, there seems to be a gap, which I find odd, and it's happened in a couple of figures that I brought recently, that's been there. It's not a deal breaker or anything, but it just seems a bit strange. And there's the back, you know, you can see right through there. Hey, there's my finger. So a little bit strange, but wow, I'm really happy that they actually released this guy, because just the classic colors just do it for me. Okay, so here he is with his iconic wings, and like the previous one, they are big, and that's never a good sign when you figure falls over because of your bad putting him into bad positions. Okay, so there he is with his wings on, and pardon the wires, he looks absolutely phenomenal. go. The light looks a bit better like that. It's pretty cool. The wings look really nice on him, and you know, I'm quite confident you can get him into some really cool poses. So let's show the heads off, and then we'll get into some comparisons and showing him hopefully in some better poses. So here he is with his sinister face, and that looks really cool on him. And now I can kind of see why it would potentially work. It just looks kind of creepy, like he's in some sort of what's it, murder world or something. He's gonna go, or what's it, Friday the 13th on everyone. In fact, you know, you could really kind of use something sinister for arcade like that, now that I think about murder world. So let's move on to the other one. No, what have I done? Here is Repenteth Angel. That's what I'm calling him, and he looks the real deal. And as I've pointed out numerous times in this video already, I really do hope we just get an angel figure with these wings and with normal wings, because I think that would be an absolute beautiful seller. I really dig this headpiece. Never going to use it. Now this head sculpt is probably one of the, other than the classic paint, is probably one of the other reasons why I wanted this figure. The death mask is such a pivotal moment in X-Men history. Him wearing this after losing his wings, and Apocalypse giving him the metal wings. So very iconic, and very I'm sure there's a lot of comic fans that collect Marvel Legends that are very happy to have this head right now. Okay, so let's get on with Apocalypse and show him with the claw. There we go, Apocalypse with his new claw. Now that looks pretty cool. Also, there's other little bits and pieces that you could probably use and put on him from other waves. I can't pretend to remember what they were, but I've seen on some of the other Facebook pages like Marvel Legends UK, I think, him with some other accessories, and he, you know, he looks really even more menacing than just having hands, which is pretty cool. Okay, and there he is with Apocalypse, and that looks really awesome. Master and Minion. In some ways, I know the Minion part didn't last very long, but I think if it did, there could have been some real dark stories ahead for X Factor. I know Apocalypse was a big part of X Factor storylines at the time, but yeah, it is what it is. It's never gonna change now. But it would have been cool if he was bad for a little bit longer. Okay, and here is Apocalypse holding Jean Grey. I'm not gonna say that it's perfect, because I feel like his arm could become weak over time. He almost dropped her a couple of times. I don't think he's the hard man he thinks he is. But all in all, it's pretty cool that you can do stuff like this. I love stuff like this. It's what makes a shelf a shelf. Okay, so here he is next to his winged self. So me looking at the wings, these wings are definitely the same as the San Diego wings. They've got the kind of shine, the metallic shine going on with them, whereas this one is more grey. So just so you can see a closer view, here is the X-Force Archangel. I'm pretty sure they're all the same mold. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. No need to change them. And here he is looking all vintage and comic-y. And here here's his metallic version. That's pretty much what I'm going to call it. And the grayer, more duller wings, I guess, to take away the not to take away the shine from the San Diego goodness, X-Force. Now I really do. We've been seeing a lot of San Diego Comic-Con exclusives start to come out as individual figures. So I really do hope that we do get another X-Force, especially for those that can't afford the ridiculous prices on Evil. Okay, the Death Head didn't exactly go perfectly on Hit Monkey, but it's definitely that you could definitely, I think, get the heads on there as well. Other than that coloring, it looks really good on that figure actually. Probably a bit dusty mine. Probably needs a dust. But you can really see the goodness of that
Okay,
as
and
well.
just really to give you a close-up of how all three faces look.
I'm probably not seeing that very well because of the light. Very, very cool. Very cool. You know, you can really see that this is a pale blue compared to this darker blue. And here he is with his, when he's just Angel, so original Gammy Eye Angel. You can never forget the dodginess of
Absolutely
that eye. Terrible, what was they thinking, and what's it, quality control. And the beautiful Toy Biz Angel, absolutely beautiful wings. Probably needs a little clean from me, but you know, if Toy Biz ever do an Angel, and I really hope they do, they've got to up their game in terms of wings, because damn, these wings never get old as far as I'm concerned. And if you have a flight stand and want to do something romantic, you could have him taking Betsy on a flight. He's probably not holding it right, but hey, this is the comics. He's a superhero. Okay, and here he is as part of Xbox X-Men Gold. Got Colossus, Marvel Select, Angel. We really need a White Storm now, because that costume is a core part of the 90s, and we really need a new Iceman. This Iceman doesn't suck, but oh man, we need a new Iceman anyway, when that's not good. And I like this Bishop, except for his head kind of stays in this lower kind of demeanor, if that makes sense, and it's kind of off-putting. I'm sorry I really messed up on the camera, moving it around like a crazy person, but there we have it. Gold Team. Do something like this, which is pretty cool. Like on the old trading cards in, what, 94 I think it was. Right, so all in all, this is a very beautiful figure. It really gives a real vintage theme to this Archangel that takes me back to reading comics and the animated series. So it's got some great accessories. I wish I had done a bit more with the wings and given us something extra, but hey, we can't have everything. And sometimes we just need to be grateful for what we've got. So, thank you for watching. Like me on Facebook, SmurredP, that's my page. Like, comment, subscribe, and embrace the geekiness. Goodbye.